And we're thrilled to have Maria Tadeo to join you for this conversation. Take it away, Maria.
The last time we have enlarged, it was 2013 with Croatia, and today the possibility, the realistic possibility exists that in the next years we will get new members. We have two clearly front runners or leaders in the process. We have two other countries we have where actually the development or progress has been huge in the last year. Albania and Montenegro, and of course then Ukraine and Moldova.
Serbia, North Macedonia, you view as, also we should include Georgia at some point in that conversation, you view now as not doing as well? You would put them at the bottom of...
To some extent, you know, Serbia is more prepared than the countries I have mentioned before, but there was no progress, or it was even backsliding. So this is what is very much important. It can be ready to some extent in some chapters of the negotiations, ready more than the others, but, you know, we have to really see the progress, especially on the rule of law, anti-corruption, media freedom, academic freedom, and these are actually the areas, the last 3 points where Serbia was backsliding. A majority of the citizens of the EU are supporting.
And of course you say something has changed around.
We expect from our candidates that they align in the trend their foreign and security policy with the European one. Serbia is really on the last place. So we have four members or 4 countries, candidates from the Western Balkans, having 100% fulfillment of the CFSP alignment. Ukraine is 99, Moldova is 98, Serbia is 61. 1 point. The other point is, the Serbian politicians and media, which are then following his lead, should really stop accusing us, the European Union, that we are behind the protests in Serbia. Really, we are not. So this is clearly a lie. And there are many, many lies I could go on. And this should stop immediately.
Welcome to Spain. So glad to live. Please.
We are facing thousands of doubts from different member states because of our relationship with Beijing, with Moscow. I cannot, and I'm not going to justify myself for talking with someone. I think it's really stupid, and I'm not a pupil in an elementary school, to tell you the truth. I believe that everybody should talk to each other.
One question, if I may, sir, about the domestic situation.
I really mean that we need many things to do regarding rule of law. I'm very ready to participate in that process, or at least to be helpful to the government. And I think that Serbia has long legs, and that we can overtake all the front runners of today, and that we can join European Union relatively soon. Wish you all the best. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thanks. Well, thank you very much. What is it that you will be asking from them in priorities 1, 2, 3 that can be done over the next year? So specific matters that can move.
Well, for now, it's opening the negotiations on all the clusters, as they have said in the report that we are ready. So this is what should happen.
President, would you consider that a failure of the EU before the end of the year? They promised a lot.
I don't want to think about failures. I want to believe that by the end of this year, the EU is going to find solutions.
For all of the clusters?
For all the clusters. On meeting these closing benchmarks, and of course the support that we might need for some of.
We are going to hear right after Moldova, of course, we're going to continue this conversation, of course, about the candidates. What's your take on it, but also what is the main,
We are a part of the European continent, and we do believe that integration of Western Balkans in EU means added value for EU itself, and this means reunification on a sort of way of European continent. And I do think that the future of my country and the future of my nation, Macedonians, is within European Union. And therefore, despite all those humiliations and disappointments, and despite the current frustration which is inside of our citizens, we do share the same values. Another hurdle, another constraint imposed in front of us for change.
Here we go. Edi Rama, Prime Minister of Albania. Thank you very much for joining us.
We are the only country in this process to use artificial intelligence in the transfer of the acquis communautaire to our body of law, and to make of it the fastest process ever made in terms of not only translating but also analyzing the impact and drafting and preparing the whole legal packages for the approval in Parliament. So we are trying to run as much as possible and to make as much as possible leapfrogs.
There was 12 minutes with Edi Rama, Prime Minister of Albania.